Before using her Bank AmeriCard Cash Rewards credit card to help pay for her kids' ice time, Katie earned 1% cash back everywhere, every time, 2% at the grocery store, and 3% on gas. Apply today.
ESPN NFL Nation reporters Mike Duraco and Mike Triplett here, and we're at the Senior Bowl, but neither one of us has had much time to watch the players on the actual practice field because our teams are going through so many staff changes. Saints officially announced today the hiring of Jeff Ireland to their front office, and the Jaguars finally have an offensive coordinator, Mike.
Yeah, Greg Olson, the offensive coordinator for the past 2 seasons with the Oakland Raiders. He's been an offensive coordinator before with Detroit, New Orleans, St. Louis. He was the coordinator in 2006 in St. Louis when Mark Bolger, Steven Jackson, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce had that really great year, 4,000-yard passer, 1,500-yard rusher, and 2,000-yard receiver. So, he's a guy that's been around the league for a while. The Jags hired him today to go along with Doug Marrone, the offensive line coach they hired yesterday. So their staff, at least offensively, is starting to fill out.
Once they get that staff together, what's the most important thing they can fill that roster out? I know you're not looking at the specific prospects maybe this early in the draft process, but what positions are you most interested in finding out about for that offense?
Well, they've got to add some depth to the offensive line. I know they're looking at some interior offensive linemen here, looking possibly to add a veteran right tackle in free agency, so I don't think they're looking too much tackle-wise here. They've got to get some speed at linebacker, and they need a free safety too. So I know that they're looking at defensive backs. They want a guy that's fast enough at safety to be a center fielder, cover both sides of the field, and at linebacker, I mentioned speed, and they need speed, more speed. Speed, more speed. I mean, they are just not very fast at linebacker outside of Telvin Smith, who they found here last year, got him in the 5th round out of Florida State. So that's probably the main areas that they're looking at.
Yeah, I think the Saints could steal 2 of those as among their top 2 or 3 needs as well, speed at linebacker and the offensive line. I think it's a copycat league in the NFL, and I think the team, even though they didn't have the best success in the league, what the Dallas Cowboys did to totally reshape their identity in just 2 or 3 years by drafting offensive linemen. They got Zach Martin here at the Senior Bowl last year. I think every team wants to find that. Now, maybe they'll reach too high for a tackle they can move to guard, but some of those guys they're already evaluating here. I know Pitt's T.J. Clemmings is an offensive tackle, and LSU's Lyle Collins, who could be a tackle or guard, I think are generating, or at least coming into the week, some of the most buzz of potential top half of the first-round talents. And the Saints and Jaguars both in that top first half. I wonder if those guys could be on their board by the time we get to the draft. So, for ESPN's NFL Nation, Mike Duraco and Mike Triplett.